think poor. They think they think they're almost like the border kind of live with some slums and the whole madness, right?
Red
they think
light.
Exactly, right. That's what we think about Tijuana. But there was the private school you went to. How was it? Was it?
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Why I'm glad that I come to these platforms, especially because people have the perception and stuff. And there's a lot of people doing very well out there. You know what I mean? It's very nice. Like we got a lot of infrastructure. We got little buildings. Like even rent is charged in English. You know what I mean? Rent is charged in dollars out there. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people making a lot of money out there. So my family was one of them, and then not a lot of money, but we were doing good. So I was going to a private school, which is like a fresa school. You know, you see the novelas, the colegios and stuff like that. You know, that type, you know what I mean? So uniformed up and all that stuff. And then eventually I had to go to public school, and then they moved me out to Chula Vista right there in San Diego. And from third grade to...
And the neighborhood that your parents had their house, how was that neighborhood? Like
in TJ, in Los Altos?
Tijuana.
Yeah, well...
¿Todavía está pobre?
It's not. It's middle class, but lower middle class. But you know what I mean? Like for instance, in my family, my mom is the only one born in Tijuana, but she got her papers the right way. Her sister and her younger brother, they were born in San Diego. So it was only my mom born in TJ. All of us, even my generation, my cousin, everything, were born either in San Diego or LA. So they had jobs out here and they lived out there. So you know what I mean? We're doing good. You know what I mean?
So you guys are doing all right. So where did you fall off the truck and start?
No.
What was the influence with
what
you?
happened?
Let's say junior high. Are you doing good in school? Are you tagging? Are you?
Yeah. The thing is, like, the culture out there in the border is very, very cartelish. You know what I mean? Very trafficking. That's how you make your money.
Major hustle out there.
Yeah. So if like, let's say my hood, if you had a nice truck, you were either working construction job in San Diego or you were you were doing some of that. You know what I mean? Because
Estabas trabajando.
Yeah, all the community in the border, like a lot of people have jobs out here and go back there. So
those guys are the ones living good, huh?
They're living good. And then some people that are there doing like the professional jobs or like just the familias de abolengo, you know what I mean? Like they're been rich forever, you know?
Right.
You got those kind of people. You got the elites.
Y esa gente, they don't like, because this is just, again, the stereotype thinking.
No, that's cool. That's why I'm here. Yeah,
those people aren't getting robbed over there because, hey, I know this one's got a nice truck.
That's what I was going to ask. Because for a cool minute, you had all those viral videos of fools just driving and then they just pull up on them and take their truck.
Hey, me gusta tu troca.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it happens, but it's not a popular thing to do, you know, even amongst thieves.
Even amongst...
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like a...
You might not know who you're
Yeah, I mean, even in general, just like stealing, there's people that steal everywhere, but over there, like, it's not well looked upon, you know what I mean? Like, whereas over here in America, like, you got rappers just bragging about stealing, you know, and making their money like that, where over there for, like, those people, it's like, that's not something to brag about, you know what I mean? Like,
there's some
you think that's just Tijuana's? Because... I mean, you hear, like, if you go to Sinaloa and you're trying to floss, they're going to take your shit. Like,
well, that's like places where, like, smaller cities, like ranchos and stuff, like even like Tamaulipas, but they're small cities, you know. Tijuana is very, very big. Like, we got like 2 million people, you know what I mean? So it's like very cosmopolitan.
Metropolis.
Metropolis. Yeah. So, like, if you go to these smaller cities where, like, cartel runs and shit like that, so they might, you know what I mean? They might do that. Like, where in TJ, they just steal cars in San Diego and drive it back, you know what I mean? So
to be fair,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, to be fair, you go flossing even out here in some spots.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like,
just don't floss.
But I mean, out there is in Tijuana especially, you're not really going to get, like, maybe... Like pretty shit. Like if you leave your bag in your car, you're gonna get your window broken. You know what I mean? That's everywhere. That's
on you.
That happens. That happens outside Prime. You know what I mean? That shit happened outside of Prime Studio, dog. You know what I mean?
That's why I parked by the fucking shooting range, bro.
Yeah.
Look at that. Heads up, G.
Yeah. So shit like that. Yeah, I think it always happens, but it's not something that you should be like looking for. You know?
What were you seeing that now that you're a little bit older, you know, was not normal for kids to see? Like as far as
my grandma and mom in the MCC, maybe when I'm young, you know, type shit, you know. So, and then my uncle, the youngest, he passed away a few years ago, rest in peace. But he was 9 years older than me, so he was kind of big brotherish. You know what I mean? So that's where I learned Dr. Dre, Cypress Hill, and all that. You know, he was very much into that life, and he was in juvie and all that shit.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? And me, I was more of a nerdy kid, to be honest. I was always more creative. I was drawing. I was reading a lot of books, and I was like. Advanced classes since third grade and shit like that. So
that's why you're here, fool.
So I was more into that, but then I do have like a wild side in me because of my dad. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
So my dad was a fed out there in TJ, like a federal,
Yeah.
But he eventually started fucking up, and you know, one time we found him in our apartment. He was tied up and he was beat up and shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, fool.
just that type of stuff that's not normal, but we grew up thinking it's normal out there. Yeah. That's,
Now, when you say he's a federal, because there's levels to that too, right? There's like what the regular police, and then los federales son quién?
yeah, municipales is basically like the city police, and then estatales, state police, and then federales, which
so
is
he's up there.
So it's the federal police. You know what I mean? So
Which are the ones that are
That take my money.
that'll take your money more? Was it be the state, the city, the state, and the federal? The federal doesn't take it, do it?
the federal don't really fuck with your money like that,
Right.
or not with your 20, 50 bucks that you got.
They're more high
what I mean?
powered.
Yeah. The other guys, it the same is as the rangers go. You know, the city
Yeah.
police is gonna take your
Yeah.
20, 50. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
every
The state
stop.
police, they're gonna look in your phone, see if they can take
Oh,
much. If
no
not, they're gonna
shit.
let you go.
So they'll
And the
slide on like your Cash App.
Nah, not your cash app. They'll go in like, for instance, you get pulled over. They'll make you unlock your phone, and they'll go into your messages. If you got pictures with guns, if you got pictures with drugs, all kinds of shit.
Shit.
That's when they.
That's
you know.
gangster, fool.
And then they'll be like, "Hey, my homie, they got him for some pictures in Arizona," and he was trying to explain to them it was out there, but if they were like, or you know, they use it to extort. So now you give me some money, or I'm gonna use it against you.
Yeah.
They were like, "Fuck you," and they were like, "All right." So they actually took him and they processed him, but he got out because it was, you know, what I mean?
Yeah, it was
But the
cap.
waste of time.
It's-
and
yeah,
all,
you
know
waste
what I mean?
those hours right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
They
yeah.
were they were trying to scare him.
Yeah, but
That's a trick.
Hey, but what if they pull over the philosopher and he knows he got pictures? He's like, I'm not gonna show you. What are they gonna
Hey,
do?
lock me up,
They're gonna
fool.
sock him